Hey YouTube followers, it's the new year, and today I decided to do something crazy. And what I decided to do for the new year is I decided to build a stock portfolio from scratch, just so I could show you guys my specific thought process on how I go about picking individual stocks on my way to becoming more of an active investor than a passive investor on my way to building my own freedom. So what I want to first start off by saying is that these videos will be for educational purposes mainly, and I am not a financial advisor, so I'm not telling you to pick the same exact stocks that I'm picking. So I don't want you guys to come back and tell me that you invested in the things that I invested in and you lost monies, and then you're going to sue me. So I don't want you guys to do that. This is more so showing you guys how I am going from a passive investor to an active investor and trying to build a dividend growth income stock portfolio to become financially free. So it's going to inspire you guys to build your own portfolio so that you guys can begin to become financially free. And that's what I'm hoping that you guys get out from these videos. So let's just jump right into it. And before I discuss what is in my portfolio, I want to talk a little bit about how I'm going to be investing. So I am a dividend growth investor, and dividends basically are a share of money that a company gives shareholders from their profits. So a company can pay out a dividend quarterly, they can pay it out monthly, and it's just a share of their profits that they are giving back to stockholders, just to keep them, happy in some cases and keep them investing in the company. And what you'll notice is that the goal here is we're trying to build a dividend income portfolio that covers our expenses that we want to live on, so we can replace our active income with this more passive income. So that's the goal, is to reach what I like to call hit our FU number. And then once we have that FU number, we can live off our dividends. Instead of exchanging our time for money, we can begin to live off the dividends from our portfolio. So with that being said, I'm just going to jump into the portfolio. So this is a newly constructed portfolio. I added $600 in here, and the $600 is just cash that I had hanging around, and also some money that I got from Christmas that I put in here. And as you can see, I'm already up $10 in just about a month based off of the stocks that I invested in. And we'll jump right into looking at the stocks that I have. So right here, as you can see, one of the companies I have is AUDIBLE, which is a healthcare company. I really like this one. They pay a high dividend yield of 3.8%, right? And I forgot to explain, but the goal is to have a portfolio that you want to average around 5% dividend yield. So for an example, let's say that when you retire, you want to live off $50,000 a year. You would need a portfolio of $1 million at 5% yield for dividends. And once you have that, you'll be able to get $5,000 a year in dividend income, and you won't have to touch the portfolio. You won't have to draw down like in the other F.I.R.E cases. So with this one, yeah, they pay a really good dividend yield. And as you can see, it's gone up tremendously since I bought it. I've only bought it a couple of days ago, and it's already up for almost $5. So this is one of my favorite companies in terms of dividend paying stocks. They've been growing their dividend over the past couple of years at least 10%. In some cases, it's like 7%, but definitely good dividend growth with this one. And then we'll look at some of the other companies that I have. So we have Prudential, which is a financial company. And this one, they pay a higher yield, closer to 5%, which is why I like this one. And financial companies usually have a lot of cash on hand, so I don't have to worry about them not being able to pay out a dividend over time. Then we have this one, J.P. Morgan Equity Premium Income. This is an ETF, and I won't talk too much about ETFs. I'll probably do it in a future video, but this is an actively managed fund. So it's not like an individual stock, but it's a compilation of a whole bunch of stocks that's managed by J.P. Morgan, and they pay a very high dividend yield, about 8%, and they pay it monthly. And that's why I like this one, is because it gives me a chance to have monthly income where most companies usually pay quarterly. So that way I'm getting checks every single month with this company. And then the last stock that I have is a manufacturing company. This one's a little bit down right now, but I like it because they have a high potential for a dividend growth because their yield is so low. So this one was about 1% when I started, but they've been growing their dividend at about 15% every single year. So if that trend continues, then, in a couple of years, this could be a 5% dividend yield. So that's what I'm looking for. And that's all I have as far as the stocks that I've purchased. And the good thing with Robinhood is that unused cash collects a 1.5 interest. So I'm still earning money on cash that I have not invested yet. So I want to show you guys, let's see if I can show you guys the history, just so you can see how they pay out. So we look at the interest here. I earned 19 cents in interest last month when I first started. And then next month, this month, January, I will be earning 43 cents from the JP Morgan income. And I'm going to be getting that 43 cents every single month, which is why I like the JP Morgan income fund. And as you can see, as we build this up, that 43 cents is going to turn into 86, and it's just going to keep compounding and doubling. And eventually we're going to earn enough dividend income to live off of. So this is just the start of it. I am going to build this up over years, right? This is not going to happen immediately. It's going to be built up over years, and then hopefully I can begin to live off of this dividend income. And you guys can see how I pick my stocks. And if you decide to do the same thing, that's great. But remember, this is, again, not financial advice. This is just how I'm going about building my own stock portfolio. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll be doing more videos like this, but since I'm just starting this out, I'm going to be doing videos every 3 months on this topic and seeing the progression towards building that dividend income portfolio. So that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed, and take care.